something for
We're going to rise, it's 5:04, and I think we'll get the meeting started. I'm sure we'll have a few people come in late. For your benefit, my name is Justin Madden. I'm the chair of the Russell Township Trustees with Gary Diego and Jim Mueller and our fiscal officer Karen Wall. The meeting here tonight is for the Budget Commission to do a presentation, and they will do some housekeeping to open their meeting and establish a quorum. The Russell trustees have sunshined our presence at this meeting since three of us are here talking about a township concern. So Jen, would you simply establish our quorum, please?
Here.
Mr. Ingram?
Yes.
Mr. Bannon?
Here. Okay, turn it over to the Budget Commission now.
Okay, we'll call the Budget Commission meeting, Geauga County Budget Commission to order. Beverly, we've got a little bit of business to do ahead of time, and then we will start on the presentation.
First order of business is approval of the minutes from the October 15th regular session. These minutes were the
Also move.
Yes.
Hampton Township, they've asked for an amendment to their certificate of estimated resources to decrease the source revenue in their general fund in the amount of $1,478 to decrease the park fund of source revenue in the amount of $1,500 to add fund 4401 SID loan and increase that revenue by $454,000, add fund 4901 miscellaneous capital projects and increase the source revenue making the new general fund of $467,896.67. Special revenue funds total $1,843,053.19. Capital projects $730,182.40. $3,061,032.36.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Russell Township, they asked for an amendment to their certificate of estimated resources to fund 2902, which is a grant revenue, and increase other source revenue by $32,740. Make the special revenue fund total $7,878,787, and the total certificate of $153,111. So
Yes.
there's two certificates. No. Lastly, we have Geauga County. We have a request to certify additional revenue in special funds, the Transportation Administration Fund. This, I believe, is also another grant, and $1,000 that we use in the special revenue fund, $87,523,611.46, and a total certificate, $155,452,692.35.
So moved. Second. Yes.
Okay, the next order of business we have is the Budget Commission has been deeply involved in the Russell Township Park District, the 1545 Park District's submission of budget. There is significant background information that goes along with this. What I thought would be best to do in the interest of both bringing the rest of the Budget Commission up to speed, since I've been involved in some private meetings with the Park District, as well as to make the public fully aware of what's been going on as far as what the Park District and the Budget Commission have been involved with since August of this year. I thought it'd be pertinent to walk through some of the steps. With that in mind, the Park District is made up of two primary funds. It has a general fund, which is classified as a P10 fund, and that is an unrestricted fund that can be used for any purpose. The second fund that they have is a land acquisition fund, which is classified as a P40 fund. That is a restricted fund. It was created to house its revenue from its levy. It was started in 1992 when the levy was passed, and it's still in existence as a fund, but the levy stopped collecting in 2017. I think we all recognize that there was a communication barrier in discussing a revenue stream into the Park District. So I thought it would be best to graphically show how the Park District receives its revenue and what those sources are. So these are the two represented funds that the Park District has. The P10 fund, which is known as the general fund, and the P40 fund, which is their land acquisition fund. The general fund receives revenue in the form of library fund revenue, local government revenue, and interest on all monies it holds. So even if funds are sitting in the P40 fund, the interest from that fund can be put into the general fund for general use. It also gets a distribution into the general fund from inside millage. An inside millage, for those of you that don't know, it's an unvoted tax formed by the Constitution of Ohio. So it is the money that is provided to local governments in order to just sustain life. In the case of the Park District, this inside millage is actually provided to Russell Township. And historically, Russell Township had allocated 0.15 mils of its inside millage. It gets a total of 3 mils, and was giving that to the Park District. That was true up until 2014, when after a year of discussion, the trustees of Russell Township elected to throttle back that inside millage and asked that the Park District put on its own levy for operating and whatever else it needed. So the phase down of that inside millage occurred in 2015. It dropped to 0.10 mils. In 16, it dropped to 0.05 mils, and then finally in 2017 and after, it went to 0. And just for the point of conversation, I thought it would be relevant for you to understand how much the value is on a yearly basis is of that particular millage. 1 mil is roughly equal to $250,000 in Russell dollars. So 0.15 mils would be about $37,500. 0.1 would be $25,000, and 0.05 would be $12,500. The land acquisition fund gets its revenue from outside millage, and that was the voted levy of 1 mil, and that was from 1992 to 2017. 1 mil in an outside levy, unless it's replaced, is determined at the source of when that levy was originally passed. So 1 mil in 1992 was equal to approximately $150,000. So again, it's important to note that 1 mil today is worth a different number than 1 mil in 1992. So it's important to know if it's inside millage or outside millage. Where the consternation seemed to occur with the Park District, it came when they were unfamiliar with how they were getting their revenue. The revenue provided into the Park District was provided to them in a lump sum through the township. So they would get one transmission of money. That transmission included both inside millage and outside millage. And for 20 years, the Park District understood that there was a formula they had to apply to that revenue to separate out the inside millage from the outside millage. And I will go through how that formula is determined. This area appears to be the source of the errors that occurred with the Park District's budget and funding. On August 14th, we conducted a budget hearing with the 1545 Park District. This is their budget for their general fund. And you can see in their case, they provided us 3 years of history, a current year of operations, which would be 2018, and then a 1-year forward-looking budget. And again, this is just for the general fund. Immediately upon looking at this, the Budget Commission recognized that when you added up the beginning balance and you added the revenue that was expected into the general fund, you got a total of about $211,000. And then if you try to subtract out the $29,000 in anticipated expenses, unfortunately, you get $182,000 and some change, and not the $198,000 and some change. So it became clear to the Budget Commission that the ending balance reported as of 2015 was errored. And unfortunately, because the ending balance is errored, the beginning balance of the next year would be errored, the ending balance of that year would be errored, and it would ripple through the system. Also, we noted that with the total receipts in 2016 reported at $47,499.51, and if you add that to the beginning balance of $198,305.20, you can't get a least significant digit of 0. So there's a 1 penny error designated there. And what this pointed out to the Budget Commission is that the park was not using any automated system to do their math. They must be manually adding